reverse psychology us. They want to know if there's still stupid niggas that believe in the transatlantic African slave trade. So all I'm saying is speak nothing, say nothing, do not make videos, do not say nothing. He playing with you right now. The reason why Trump is taking that out of the school books is because people are finding out the truth. So before y'all go sit up there and start believing in some shit, or let's just let this man say what he's saying.
I found this scrolling on social media. Let me know what y'all think about this.
As a white male, let me just speak to any other white males that are listening, or white people that are listening in general. We're not fooling anyone, and we're not fooling ourselves. And I know, because I was raised and conditioned to see the world a particular way.
Right.
I know what my ears are hearing.
Right.
And you can place all the context you want around it. Someone said to me recently, Pastor, he did not say, quote, black women. You're right. Yeah. He called specifically 4 black women, one of which was Michelle Obama. And these educated black women is who he was talking about. And in the context,
he just mad because educated black or with black men that found this information.
Until we can come to a place where we acknowledge that rebranded, sanitized, polite racism is still racism.
Right.
And the great Franciscan priest Richard Rohr says it like this. He says, you cannot heal what you do not acknowledge.
Yeah, but you're not even acknowledging.
And this is why it's so imperative when I see things like this administration and Trump and MAGA pushing to remove images of slavery from museums.
Right, and let me explain. Don't let him trick you. Don't let this white face trick you. He know what he's saying. Let me explain to you the truth. The reason why Trump administration is removing the transatlantic African slave trade narrative and all those images is because it's fake. And there is enough black educated women, as he wanted to refer to, and men who have found the information to prove that it's fake. They watch, they monitor, they now see black educated women he's afraid of because we are the ones. I don't know why, because it was a black man who started it, but it's okay. We debunked everything about the transatlantic slave trade. It is fake. They have to pull it now because now there's no basis for white supremacy to stand on. What he's trying to do right here is reverse psychology. He wants you to fight to keep false history into the schools by using white supremacist leaders to lie to you and act like they have an issue with it being removed. To act like they have an issue with it being removed in the guise of trying to pretend like, oh, they removing real history, and black people, you should be appalled, and white people, that's what white supremacists need. They need the transatlantic African slave trade for their superiority. What Trump did was remove a falsehood. And now they're panicking, so they're trying to use reverse psychology. Do not fall for it. That history, if you watched my page, is fake. Transatlantic African slave trade was never real. That's why they do not have any primary sources, nothing at all to prove the middle passage of the transatlantic slave trade actually exists. When you look at a lot of those so-called slave ships, or they can't, these are different fragmented events that they piece together, meaning a boat going out at that time frame. I did this video already where these are different independent sources that never connected, which means there was never a boat with Africans on it. There was a boat that came from Africa, but they don't know where it went. They don't have embarkation list of it ever, or documentation of it ever coming to the Americas in that time frame. They have cargo ships from the Spanish and Portuguese that say Negro or slave, but they don't know where they get they don't know where they got those Negroes from, and most of the time they don't even have manifests to prove them. They don't have anything to corroborate this transatlantic African slave trade story. That's why Donald Trump is pulling it. Do not fall for this, that you rally behind history that's not true. That history of the transatlantic African slave trade is false. And it keeps white supremacists believing in a superiority. That's the reason why they want it. They're reverse psychologying you into believing that racism is what's getting rid of the story. No, it's the fact that all these black people, black women, as he said, educated, are finding out the truth. And they're doing enough research to corroborate the information to go down and eradicate the lies that were told about the transatlantic African slave trade. So, and its narrative that keeps being spun. The web of lies that they have spun for 180 some odd years is being undone by these black men and women, Hispanic men and women. And so that's why Trump administration is going in museums and pulling it. That's why, because it's a lie. And all Amistad, Roots been proven a lie. Catilda, all of this shit is a bold-faced ass lie. That's why they don't have, again, no primary sources, manifest ledgers to prove any of it. They go, when your research only goes back to a story that cannot be corroborated, a newspaper article that cannot be substantiated by a primary source, that lets you know that they have no evidence to prove the newspaper article. They don't have any evidence to prove the story, right? You need evidence, such as the manifest and a ledger of that time period, too. Because if they got a manifest or a ledger that was created after, okay, the said voyage, like if it happened in 1619 and now they got a manifest written in the 1800s, that is not a primary source. A primary source is when the information, when it's documented the day of. So when they got on there, they took inventory, it is documented the day of, is a primary source. They do not have that information. They do not have records. They don't got anything proving that your family come from Africa. That's why he is pulling it. Do not be fooled by this white guy. Do not be fooled. They good at lying, right? Know that. They very good at telling you a lie, feeding you a lie. Okay? And they will do it with a straight face. This man is afraid. He's a pastor too at that. He's afraid of white supremacy being eradicated through disproving the history that was told to give them superiority. This is Kendra. I'm done. This is Kendra with Trust TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay up, stay blessed. Put God first above all else. Peace out. Bye for now.